The University of Oregon is located in Eugene, a city of 80,000 people, situated in the lush Willamette River Valley, midway between Cascade Mountains and the Pacific Ocean.
Touchdown, Jonathan Stewart. Yeah, I got your speed right here.
Hey, ball corner 10, outside 5. Are you kidding me?
I'm really proud of where this team's at. We got a lot of work to do.
It's gonna be something special. I'm excited about it. I know you guys are gonna love it. Because you guys always love what we do, right? Always. See that smile? You can't. How can you not love that? But listen, started at safety. None other than Mr. Verone McKinley. Can't wait to get him in here. Let me say that correctly. Verone McKinley III, okay? Can't forget parts of people's names. Got my guy coming in. It's gonna be a great episode. So let's get this thing going. So before we even get going, I don't know how many of you guys have ever had the opportunity to interact with Verone, right? I'm the youngest in my family, right? I have 6 brothers, 1 sister, and I'm the baby. And so this dynamic here, Verone gets the opportunity to be the little brother that he's never been. He gets to have the big brother that he's never had. He bothers me, he annoys me, badgers me all day long. But listen, I'm glad to have you. What's happening, my guy?
What's going on, man?
Oh, you want to act like we've been mature now? I just want to know.
For one, you know, I'm a big person on asking questions. So that's really what I do a lot to you is ask questions, gain knowledge. But we're gonna debate because that's what I do well.
Okay, no, I want you guys to understand something yet again. This is not wrong.
What do you mean?
The tone in what you're talking to me, this is not how you talk to me.
Well, it's because I have headphones on, so I don't want to be too loud. But we're gonna get there. You just gotta let it unravel. You gonna take me there soon. I just know you are. Let's get to the nitty gritty.
I'm a good driver. I love taking people places. My wife is a passenger princess. You know, she sits over there, looks cute, looks pretty, smiles, plays R&B. I'm a great driver, so I like to drive people. So speaking of that, let's jump into this. What's going on in Verone McKinley's world these days? How we doing? How's everything post NFL? We still playing? What are we doing?
So before you start, what is it? I'm a passenger. What is it called?
Passenger princess.
No. The driver. Like, I guess I'm a backseat driver, but I would be like in the backseat. But you get the point, backseat driver. So that's really what this is. But man, you know, the league, sometimes it loves you, sometimes it doesn't. But the door's not fully closed. We're kind of trying to see what's going to happen after, you know, the draft and things like that. See how things move and shake. So the door's not fully closed. But in the meantime, I've been working out and then, of course, doing a lot of stuff with the media and even maybe coaching, maybe doing something in that realm as well. So just trying to keep my options available is something I've always done. So just that's probably the main things going on right now.
I love that. And I want to go back to something that you said that I think people need to understand. Sometimes the league loves you and sometimes the league does not. And you got a high percentage of NFL athletes do not get to retire on their own accord. They do not get to walk away from the game based off when they decide they're done. Me being one of them. Whether it was my body or the league, I feel like me and my wife talk about this in my family. I think there's a hidden list. I think there's a list that they pass around and they say, this guy's done, this guy's done, this guy's done, this guy's done, this guy's done. Because there's a few guys. My boy Keith Smith was with the Atlanta Falcons. Probably one of the best special teams players in the league, played fullback, had one hell of a year, and it was crickets for him. And I'm like, there's no way this guy can be done. He was just one of the top special teams players, and we all know how important special teams is. So expand on what you mean when you say sometimes the league loves you and sometimes the league doesn't.
I think that the league is always a revolving door. It's always trying to find somebody to replace you, someone that can outperform you, things like that, whether it's special teams, defense, offense. And so, you know, I guess I'll give myself a little promo. I think I'm a pretty smart football player. I think I'm able to make plays, play fast. Like the biggest thing is making plays, playing fast, and being smart. They always say, like, you know, the smarter guys continue to stay in the league for longer.
Right.
And so you kind of look at my pedigree over the course of my time playing football in the league, in college, and you'd be like, wow, I wonder why he's not on the team right now. But that's what goes to sometimes the league love you, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes there's a certain needs You already know there's certain needs that teams need, and right now, like, oh, they may want a safety, they may not, and so someone like myself has to wait and see. But like it's like I said, it's a revolving door.
Yeah.
People get signed all the time, so it's just about opportunity.
I've been here in Oregon for a long, lengthy period. I've been here for about 3 weeks now, and I've been having conversations with a few of the guys, and I tell them, the league, you have to treat this space that you're in like the league.
For sure.
You need to approach each and every day and understand. I studied the business side of the NFL more than I studied actual football. And I tell guys that's something that you need to be very aware of.
That's I feel that because in school, like especially later years, classes start to get lighter and you have more time up here. You're like, I'm gonna prepare, kind of like I'm in the league. I'm gonna be up here and watch practice after I did it. I'm gonna get into the hot tub, cold tub, get treatment, go back and make sure I'm prepared for plays and the game we have this upcoming week. And it's like you don't necessarily like since I've been in the league, I've started to understand the business side more. Like they tell you it's a business, and you're like, yeah, I know what you mean until you get there, and you really see like guys coming in and out, guys having workouts on Tuesdays. Even they may work out 3 safeties, and you play safety, and you may be good, you may not be. It's like they're always trying to find your replacement, and the business, like you said, these GMs are coming and going. These coaches are coming and going. Who do you know? Who don't you know? Whose system have you been in before that can maybe be applied to a new team that's running a system similar? Like that's all going into the business of it. So I think I would say that you're right. Guys should look into the business to understand the value that you can bring to whatever franchise you may go to.
Not only that, in the later years of my career, excuse me, I was able to see moves before they came. And to your point, what you guys don't really understand is from the time you get your name called either in the draft or from the time you sign a free agent contract, the league is trying to replace you. The organization is trying to find somebody who's better, just as good, just as smart, that they can pay less money to get you up out of there.
100%.
It's a crazy. You will literally be at practice and you'll be watching guys playing your same position, working out while you're at practice. It's a crazy space. It is an absolute crazy space. And I urge these guys, study the business just as much as there was nothing that I didn't see when I signed with Baltimore. I signed with them for training camp. I was signed 2 weeks into training camp. I get there, they had just drafted a guy, a young cat out of college, to be the returner. I get there, that day I get there, Harbaugh does an interview. And he's like, oh, it's his to lose. Not talking about me, talking about the guy that they drafted. I call my agent. I'm not
out of here.
I'm not making this team.
I need to get him.
They said, you just got there. I said, I'm not making this team. They said, oh, just give it a couple days. Okay, I'll give it a couple days. Barely getting reps on offense. Barely getting reps. I'm like,
it's not going to work.
Are you guys trying to find me a team now? Because I just told you I'm not making this team. Long and behold, exit interviews comes or the end of training camp. Hey, Harbaugh wants to see you. Can you bring your playbook? Yeah, I hope we got another team ready. So again, just understanding the business. But let's get to the business side of what you're trying to do and what you're working in this media world. We've had some conversations. We both have a mutual friend, a mutual mentor, Mr. Yogi Roth in this. What do you want to do in the media world? What are you looking to accomplish? Where are you looking to get to?
A couple places. Like there's so many people in this space now, and it's continuing to grow and evolve. But I kind of want to keep my options open. I think I'm a Swiss Army knife within that space, and so I think it's like in football. Like I feel like I'm a Swiss Army knife in football. I can play safety. I can play nickel. I grew up a corner, and then media. It's like I think I can do a debate show. I think I can be an analyst at the desk. I think I can be in color commentary. Mm-hmm. And I think...
I don't know. Color commentary, there's a saying, he has a face for radio.
You think you got jokes.
My fault. I forgot you were sitting. That was my intrusive thoughts.
I have a face and a voice for TV, for sure. I'm like very confident in that. So it's just a matter of and I still think I have room and areas to grow. You know, you want to be a comedian today. I get it. But, you know, I think I have room to grow, and I want to continue to learn. And Yogi's been a big part of just helping me understand and how to kind of move through the space. And some other people, Mike Yam at NFL Network, Ryan Clark, different guys. You know, I know Stephen A's on the hot seat a little bit, but like I've always looked up to Stephen A. Smith. Like just being that personality. I think I have a personality.
You do. You definitely have a personality.
I think, you know, not everybody can do that and be able to still have a seriousness in the space. So it's just about bringing something new. Like anytime you go to a team, you want to bring something to help them grow and help them evolve. And like I think with me being younger and having such a passion for it and being like a student of this space, you know, I think that's something I could bring. So that's kind of where my head's at when it comes to this media thing and what I think I'd want to do.
Okay. And I can 1,000% see.
Yeah.
You thinking I'm going to say something smart, huh?
No, I know you about to give me some flowers right now. That's different for you. I know this is a little difficult, you know.
What do you mean?
Because, you know, we be back and forth a lot here. So,
that's because you bother me. You're the little brother I never had.
I got to make sure I take these constructive compliments, because I'm not going to call it constructive criticism, but constructive compliments with a little, you know, just a little bit more. Yeah. Go ahead, though.
Are you ready?
For sure.
You sure? You
For
positive?
sure. 5 sure.
5 sure. Okay. You from 55th Street? Cut it out, bro. So listen, I can absolutely see you in the media. You know, having conversation with you. Your personality is out of this world. You know what I'm saying? You can be whatever you want to be. You can be in any crowd and fit in. You have what it takes. And I'm new to this space as well. But being around watching, there's not many who can be organically them, be on camera and have that success, and I think that you can.
Man, I appreciate that.
No doubt.
Hall of Famer saying that, man.
Yeah, make sure
All-American, 2-time. 6-round pick.
Talk about it. Anyway.
10 years. 10 years.
Yeah.
Fat. OG. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
My OG.
Don't start. I see he's warming his engine up right now. Y'all may not recognize, but my guy's warming his engine up right now.
Just a little bit.
Listen, but I'm going to take us back to more on a serious note. You said you don't know what football is right now. And so my question would be to you, if football was to end, would you be satisfied and would you look back on it and have no regrets?
I would think so. I live a very I don't really live with regrets or anything. Like everything you do, everything that happens is for a reason. I've
1,000%.
been very, very big. I think God is a big part of, you know, aligning steps and timing and everything. I have God and an alarm clock font.
Wow. Spit it out today.
On my leg, though, because, you know, everything's in God's timing. So for me, if it was to end, God forbid, but, you know, if that's his plan, I'm satisfied because I've met a lot of people. I've put my best foot forward. I've had a lot of great experiences. You've made some, you know, a good amount of money that, you know, the common 22-year-old doesn't just make right out of college. So for me, everything I've done, I've enjoyed. I've loved it. I've put nothing but my best foot forward into it. And so if that is the way, and luckily, I'm somebody who's always been prepared and preparing for that moment, because as soon as even when I came to college, like we knew football will not last forever. This could go really well, this could go really bad. But it was like you go in, you've been raised a certain way, and it's like my mom has been a big part of making sure academically I was on track. We graduated early, high school, graduated early in college because we want to be prepared. And being in spaces like this, talking to people like yourself, like we know what the goals are if football ends. So for me, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I will forever keep that chip on my shoulder. You can't tell me, you know, a lot of people haven't done what we've been able to do, whether it's a couple years like myself, whether it's 10 years. So you just got to, you know, take it all in stride.
Boy, you're sharp. You sharp, and I like that. Now, you happen to be from Dallas, right? And I want to go back to your recruiting days, and it's kind of, I asked a few people this question when they come on the pod. What was it about Oregon that drew you away from every other school that was recruiting? What was it from Oregon that drew you out of the state of Texas?
We're gonna talk the real today. I'm gonna give you the real because I don't really get to talk about it a lot.
That's what I want.
So Texas didn't offer me. TCU didn't offer me. I had everybody else in Texas. My parents, grandparents, uncle went to Texas Tech. So I grew up in a Texas Tech household. Like I would tell people like red and black is like in my blood a little bit. My dad would probably see this. He'd be like, wow. But most of it is green and yellow, 100%. Go Ducks. We've had debates, all of that. But it was like, man, let's do something different.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, you can go to Texas Tech and be a legacy kid and maybe start as a true freshman. I don't know how it would have went. SMU was another school, like it's down the street. Dallas was, I'm from Dallas. SMU was trying to kind of get back on the map back in like Pony Express days. It was like, go be different maybe and create like this new pathway, new pipeline. Like this young kid who had all these offers stays home. Okay. SEC, I had LSU, I had Alabama, I had Florida. Okay. This is kind of a little bit back in the day. Like, they're starting to open it up and pass a little bit. But like as a corner, I'm 5'10", 165. I can do it. I know I can go down there and compete and play, but like, is that in my best interest for my development? So then we start looking at the West Coast. You look at like a UW, like, oh, they got all these DBs coming out of there. You look at Oregon trying to get back on the map. There's a long lineage. Like, it's way bigger than just uniforms. I've told people that all the time. It's way bigger than the uniform. My dad told me I couldn't go to a school for a girl or a uniform.
Yeah, 1,000%.
So, people always like, oh, the uniforms are nice. Like, yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah.
So when I came up here, there's just, for one, it's so different. Like, Eugene is so different. I wanted a college town. Like, Eugene, like I said, we come back here all the time. I'm not here to, like, party or nothing like that. You just, like, being the vibe of Eugene.
Yeah.
Like, the air, the trees, like, we're the biggest ticket in town. And then coaches are cool, but, like, think about it. Cristobal came in. Haggard left, go to Florida State. Cristobal comes in. I believe. Like, he told me something. He's like, I'll take care of you. Like you one of my own. I believed it, and that's he still held that word. And okay, cool. Then I'm like, what is my goal? I know I want to do the media stuff. I know there's this journalism school. So when we did those tours at all these different schools, I liked what I saw here. And it's like, I want to go to a place that I can come back to, a place that I feel like I'm going to be taken care of, a place that is going to help me not on the field, but also off the field. Because like we said earlier, football doesn't last forever.
Right.
I don't know a moderate shot if I didn't go to Oregon, probably.
Mm-hmm.
We sit there and watch The Last Dance, and I'm like, this dude is amazing. This dude is following Michael Jordan around everywhere. Like, that's not just, he's not following, that's his boy.
Yeah. And
he just, we need to do the exclusive real quick. Jordan got the shades on. Who's doing a moderate shot? Like, things like that. And so I came here to get everything out of what a university is supposed to, like, you should look for. You want to look for a place that we have Nike, we have the Amara shots. You're going to wear the uniforms. You get all the new Nike stuff. Great. You have an academic center with amazing people. Like, everything that Oregon is the true college experience, in my opinion, because this isn't a big city. Mm-hmm. But like the fall and the spring, like 2 best times of the year.
1,000%. 2
best times of the year. You get to go play football in the fall. You get to, go to school, have spring ball, and live it up in the spring.
Yeah.
And you already know the more games you win, the better this campus is.
Absolutely.
That's why we were trying to tell y'all, the more games y'all win, the more fun you're going to have.
Absolutely.
So that's my recruiting, and that's why I decided to come to Oregon. Like, my parents, they were like, we'll get to wherever you need to go. Like, at first I didn't want to leave home, but it was like, let's go do our own thing. Let's go create my own legacy. Yeah. So that's why people are like, man, he comes back a lot because, yeah, these people took care of me. These places, I have friends, memories, faculty. Even I've never played for Coach Lanning. Mm-hmm. You didn't play for Coach Lanning.
Nope.
Open arms.
Open arms.
So
I think we can clip the last 2.5, 3 minutes of what Ron just said and just send it out to all the recruits. Then we got your recruitment video.
I'm telling you.
Because you just told this campus. Nothing that you said was off. Because the very reasons that you came here was why I came here. You know what I'm saying? Coming from California, the SCs, the UCLAs, all of that. But when I came up here, it's very rare that you travel to a place and you be like, damn, this feels like home. Like 100%. This feels like it. And me being a Southern California kid, product of LA, it was something that I had not seen, to where people coming up to you, hey, how you doing? Random people, but genuinely wanting to know how you're doing and actually have a conversation. The experience of being in a college town, a true college town, because when it's shut down, ain't nothing. When season's over, when school's over.
Man, it's you and your boys in the summer.
It's you, yourself, and your thoughts.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? But you sold it, and I couldn't agree with you anymore with how you explained what Eugene, Oregon has to offer and what this university has to offer.
I'm telling you, man, like that's the real. Like, you want to come play good football and have a good time and meet people that you never thought you would ever meet. Like you can shake Phil Knight's hand.
No, listen. I met LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul, Bosh, and I feel like I'm forgetting one or two other people on the sideline at a football game.
A bunch of people that didn't go to the school
At all. Has nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it. Like,
don't
and
know.
that's what I'm saying, man. You want to make connections that have nothing to do with football and still play good. Like, I think we're pretty physical up here. Like, we're not Pac-12, Big Ten, whatever conference. Like, we can compete with everybody. So, when people are like, oh, y'all soft out there, like, that was a big thing. They try to say, like, y'all weren't physical. Like, at the end of the day, y'all got to a national championship.
1,000%.
Y'all lost by a field goal to an SEC team that had arguably one of the best college football players ever.
And,
I've
not only
I've
ever,
fought,
but the greatest
even
college
though,
football season ever, probably.
Even we gonna beef, but at the same time, I've defended this so many times. Like, this has been a school, like, yes, it's been flashy because of the uniforms, and yes, they've been really fast because of you and LaMike and Dad. But you go and play a team that is real, like SEC, like this. I think the SEC is still a good conference. Don't try to, you're not going to do that today.
Nah, don't worry about it, because I'll clean it up for you. I don't. I think.
Oh, wow. Not right now. We'll get to it. Not right now.
Okay.
But,
all right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, real, like, like QB power and that stuff this is when it started to become a thing.
Yeah.
So it's like you can come up here and still play physical football while still being fast. Like, we will punch you in the mouth.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't care if it's a Pilates. I don't care if it's Chip Kelly. I don't care if it's Cristobal. I don't care if it's Dan Lanning. Like, we will still punch you in the mouth and run by you.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But go ahead, continue. Next question. Get me passionate and stuff.
No, listen. They know how I feel about the SEC. I'm very loud when it comes to my opinion of the SEC, and I've said this for years. And which is true with most of the conferences. The SEC for a long period of time was,
You say it's top heavy?
That's all it was. It was upheld by
heavy.
Alabama. It was upheld by Georgia. It was upheld by LSU every now and then. It was upheld by Florida when they could creep in. But outside of that, what was the SEC outside of that?
To all networks watching, I would love to get into that topic. So I'm going to hold it for when you want to have that conversation with me.
Yeah.
But
Keep it close to the vest.
listen, we're going to talk. What they say in Paid in Full, we're going to talk. We definitely going to talk. We're going to talk. So I get it. I for sure get it. This is great. Keep going. Come on.
Yeah.
I've asked you so many questions, so this is great for you to get to ask me questions.
Absolutely. And I'm McDonald's, I'm loving it. Okay? I'm loving it.
2 All-Americans ran up out the game.
We're not the same. We're not the same.
You're a Hall of Famer. I get it.
Right. When they say Verone McKinley, they say Verone McKinley III. When they say Kenyon Barner, they got to add Hall of Fame on that.
I respect it. I get it. In due time. I said this earlier.
It's coming.
No,
It's
for
coming.
sure. I told him earlier, though, like, you got to wait. Like, this, you got to wait to get in the NFL Hall of Fame. You got to wait. I guess I do my pitch now.
Go.
Look, there's only, I think it's what? You have to do I think there's only 12 consensus All-Americans, 13. I happen to be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are in the Hall of Fame. So, we all got to wait. But I feel like, hopefully, I would say, like, consensus All-Americans, there's only so many in school history. There's the consistent and the unanimous. So it's like, I think that, but not just that, though, like, what I have continued to bring to this university, I feel like, from a standpoint of a guy who, some say 3-star, some say 4-star, red shirts his freshman year, gets moved to safety 2-3 days before we play Auburn. I was playing nickel and corner and just, I had to go play safety, and then gives up a game-winning touchdown to silencing the horseshoe and getting, first team all Pac-12s and consensus All-Americans and Thorpe finalists. There's only 3 in school history. Hurt I didn't win it. I'll always be hurt that I didn't win it.
We had that
You
conversation.
you already know. Those awards should go to the person that had the best year that year. And it's been a thing continuously of where they give the award to people that had a really good season prior. And this is not taking away from them in the season because they still play well. But it's, give people their flowers where they can smell them, as somebody just recently said again.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, I felt that year, 78 plus tackles or something. Ty for leading the nation in picks. You know, like played pretty much every game. Like the standard is a standard.
Talk your talk.
The standard is a standard.
Talk your talk.
I don't do this a lot. I feel like I'm a humble guy, you know, but it's just sometimes we got to get on here and just give the.
Listen, in the words of Kendrick Lamar, sometimes you got to pop out and show people.
Like, you know, it's just, you know, and I think, like, you know, Kenyon, you know, he probably should have won the Doak Walker Award.
Ain't no probably.
I've seen this movie.
You want to talk about it?
We talked about it earlier today.
We
We really did. And I think, you know, like I said, it's always great people up for these awards.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, the year prior, I get it. You know, when you snub people the year prior, the reason you give it to people afterwards is because you feel some type of way of how you did in the year prior.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why don't you just give them the award when they earned it?
Because they wanted to give it to somebody.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's like I said. But you know, hopefully, I'm able to join you and a lot of other Oregon greats into that Hall of Fame. I really, really, really do want to be a part of that. Like I said, I always want to continue to be somebody that people can look at this school. He did things the right way. He was a pillar when he was here. He was somebody that was able to continue to build this long bridge that the Kenyon Barnes and LaMichael James and Aloy Nada and, you know, Dan Fouts and Modric, like all these people have continued to add bricks to. So that's just my opinion.
I don't know if y'all see my face while he's talking, but I'm proud right now. I'm sitting there looking at bro like a proud big brother. Just to hear you talk, the conviction, the certainty, the maturity, the elegance in what you speak with. You know what I'm saying? Man, I hope you get in. I really do. When that time comes, you know, I'll be a cheerleader. You know, I'll be at the back. You know what I'm saying? Holding the signs or whatever I got to do. So listen, we were just briefly having a conversation about Texas and California. You know, me being a California kid, like I said, birthed by LA, raised by the IE, and my guy to my right being a Texas native, Dallas to be exact. And we got on the topic of high school football, right? And, you know, there's always the same conversations based around football. You got Texas, you got Florida, you got California, and I wouldn't dare mention another state in that category.
Georgia's up there low key. Georgia and Ohio will probably have the next conversation. I'm just being real, but I get it.
You know so you know, like when they do NFL, like quarterback, like when they rank these quarterbacks,
the tiers,
rank them by tiers.
Yeah, I got.
So on that top tier, you got California, Florida, Texas.
I get it. Tier 2,
tier 3. After that, right? I'm not wrong for that, right?
Respect.
Right?
Respect.
Okay. And so we started, you know, having this conversation going back and forth,
debating.
You know, about California and Texas. You know, Texas and put out, you know, some incredible players. We've had some here without a shadow of a doubt. I'm sitting next to one as we're, you know, having this pod. You're sitting next to one from California as we're having this pod, Hall of Famer from California. You like how I slid that in there?
Yeah,
anyway, and we got on this, what have we done for me lately? And my stance is, based on the high school rankings.
Max, you looked at Max Preps because I go pull up at HSFA, I believe it was, high school football. Mm-hmm. And it has so when we talk these websites and these companies, who is the most notable? Cricket's in here. Okay. So
no. Can you answer the question?
I'm going to answer your question. Max Preps. Max Preps is the one that always looked at.
Okay, so hold on. Before you keep going, Your Honor, you answered the question. Max Preps being the most notable. And the top 30 high schools in the country, how many were from California? How many were from Texas?
What was it? It was like 4, 5 from California, and 3. Do we count 30? So it was 3 from Texas.
Yeah, it was like 6 from Cali.
So okay, so a couple of things. For one, we can't say Max Preps is the most notable. Max Preps.
You just answered the question.
I'm taking it back because I'm going to say Max Preps. Max Preps is the biggest one that can be identified because everybody knows Max Preps. The high school.
That's what people go to. That's what they go to.
That's what. See, I mean, it's not a research paper, but we'll start doing more research. But going into the top 30, like I said, that's great. I think it's cool.
Even
also,
if we go top 25.
But like I said, Max Preps was also, where is Max Preps located? Found in California. So I felt like there's a little bit of bias to that. And granted, I don't remember the last time a high school California, I think Modern Day came and played Duncanville. I think a couple years ago.
I don't know.
And Modern Day, I think they beat
Duncanville.
I think. Don't quote me on it. I'd have to just research.
It's either going to be one of the top schools
But
from
then-
Cali, that Modern Day Bosco.
45. Yeah, it was crazy. Like it was
And
bad.
Duncanville.
It was at Duncanville. I remember.
I can't disrespect Duncanville. Shout out to Samp.
The Korean.
Not on the Samp Pops is there.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, so I
So-
don't want to disrespect Duncanville
No,
whatsoever.
Duncanville powerhouse. I mean,
Absolutely,
it is what it is.
1000%,
But then,
1000%.
like the next game, to my knowledge, was when De La Salle
Mm-hmm.
came and played Euless Trinity,
Mm-hmm.
and now in De La Salle, this is De La Salle now.
When was this game?
I want to say 2016. De La
Are
Salle.
you really going back almost 10 years for this?
I'm a historian.
No,
of the
that's
sports
fine,
thing.
but that's fine.
I'm
but
just
are we-
adding. You know, we don't always meet up a lot, so I'm just going off of the
but-
different times that Texas and California have played.
As
That's
I
all.
said, you're like a Cowboys fan.
Don't do that.
You're
Not right now.
You're riding on the coattail of
I
Troy
understand.
Aikman, Emmitt Smith.
You said, "What have you done for
Michael
me lately?"
Irvin.
Okay, I
right. So
did.
what have we done for me lately?
Okay, all right.
When I look at the
So right
rankings,
now, y'all are up. Y'all are up right now.
no doubt about it.
You're up right now. Not even gonna talk about rankings, just head to head, because like rankings are cool, but when you go head to head, it's like, yeah, let's
Yeah.
get to it.
Yeah.
So cool. I'll get right now. Y'all have like it's like when you have like that trophy. Like right now, y'all have the trophy. I'll give it to you based on what happened at Duncanville. But I'm always rocking with Texas. We 100% best state, best teams, 6A,
And
5A,
I said this.
4A.
I said this.
Number. Come on, man.
And I've been to Texas. I've been out. Shout out to my TK people, my TK family out there. Shout out to Texarkana. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Pluto.
That
Mike,
guy.
you know, all them.
That guy.
You know, Ryan, my fan bam out there, the Nevilles. Anyway, let me focus here. The culture of Texas football, I've never seen anything like it.
Programs.
I've never seen anything like
Programs.
the football culture in Texas is top tier. I don't think anything in the country comes close to the culture of Texas football. No doubt about it. Florida is different as well. But if we talking bar for bar, metaphor for metaphor, verse for verse, where them Cali boys at, huh?
If you think about it though, all them schools on Beltline, the DeSotos, the Duncanvilles,
Yeah.
Modern Days. I respect Modern Day. I respect
You
Bosco.
better respect Modern Day. You better respect
But what I'm
Modern Day.
saying is,
Because I can go right there in that locker room right now.
and no,
And it's
plenty of 'em.
probably
And you know who might end up being one of the best guys? You know where he might be from?
Duncanville.
All right, cool. Anyways,
Time will tell. Time will tell.
Time will for sure tell. But
Time
I'm
will
just,
tell.
I'm
But
just,
look, I've
I'm
told him.
Texas till I die. It's
As you
always
should be.
Texas.
That's where you from. Just like.
But I mean, I went to school with. We were 80% California. Well, I think all my best friends are from Cal. Like besides like the ones in Texas, like all
Yeah.
my best friends are from California.
Yeah.
But anyways, next topic. What time is it?
Are you?
We got 6 minutes. We gonna milk this.
Oh.
I hope you got another question. Unless you want me to ask you questions, I can always ask you questions.
You got
I
something?
didn't get you on the pod for the games and stuff. I may have to bring that back for the I had Jay Stu on there. I had him on there. But let me think of questions to ask to the Hall of Famer Kenyon Barner. What would you say was your favorite moment in the league? I don't know if you've answered this or not.
I can go with the obvious, and that would be.
I don't want to hear the Super Bowl one.
But that's. I mean, bro, like that moment. Like, let's be real.
You got
know
two
what
of
I'm
them?
saying?
You got two of them, right?
I got a couple moments.
I want like something like practice or like within the game, like something that happened within the game that was just like, this really didn't happen. Something like that.
Something that I did or I seen somebody else do.
It could be either.
Okay. I will go I would say a moment that formed me, that shaped me, that developed me, was getting traded from the Carolina Panthers going into my second year. Because I went into the league with this expectation of I got drafted to this team. I'm going to end my career with this team. Completely naive to the fact of what the NFL business was. Go through college being in one place for 4 years, going through high school being in one place. You got the same mentality going in. And I had developed such great bonds and relationships with the guys that I had in that room, D'Angelo Williams, Mike Tolbert, Jonathan Stewart, Steve Smith, Robert Lester, Melvin White. I could just keep naming a bunch of different dudes. KK, Star, my whole draft class, just really developed bonds, but really that running back room. And when Ron Rivera and Mr. Gettleman came and got me out of meetings to have a conversation with me about potentially trading me, my heart broke, like crushed me. Literally cried like a baby. After I don't know if I've ever told this story on the pod, so I'll tell the story. My entire career isn't your typical career in the NFL. I'll continue to say that. I say your best movie director couldn't have wrote the script for my career nor my life. And so as essentially rookie, after my rookie year, Chip had called a couple weeks in a row to trade for me. I wasn't having the greatest training camp. I was on the bubble of making a roster in Carolina, but you're not thinking that I'm drafted here, I'm going to be here. I'm not thinking.
It don't work that way.
It don't work that way.
They'll cut first rounders now.
Absolutely. And so in my mind, I'm not even thinking this way. I'm thinking I'm going to be here. So Ron Rivera, David Gettleman, they pulled me out of a meeting, pulled me into Coach Rivera's his locker room area, and we talking, and he sits down and say, "Hey, Chip Kelly has been calling for you for the past couple of weeks. We want to trade you. We haven't agreed to the trade. If you want us to make the trade, we'll make the trade. But if you don't, we'll let you stay here and fight for a spot. You're on the bubble, but we think that it would be in the best interest of your career for you to go get back around somebody who can instill in your confidence because you lost your confidence here. You aren't the player that we drafted. We believe in you. We think that you'll have a great career, but we think you need to get back to someone who's familiar with you, who can help you get to that next level." And I sat there, and I broke down. I started crying. Coach Rivera shed some tears, and we hugged, and it was like, "So you want us to make the trade?" And I was like, "If you think it's best, yeah, make the trade." And so I walked out of his room and walked into the locker room, and all my guys, D'Angelo Williams, Mike Tolbert, Jay Stu, were on break. And I tell them, Stu looks at him, I'm crying. He's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I just got traded." And bro, we all cried. Literally all of us. We became that close. I would be at these dudes' houses with their families. I would be playing with their kids. I was at Stu's house almost every single day after practice. And so that moment completely woke me up to the business of football. That's probably the greatest moment outside of winning the Super Bowl that I've had, because it turned me on to the business. It was like, oh, I got to learn this. Yeah. This isn't college. This isn't high school. Like I got to learn the ins and outs and understand that this is a true business, but it's a grimy business. There's no loyalty in this business.
There's no loyalty.
It's not like you're my guy. I brought you here. I'm going to keep you here. No, my job is on the line, and if you don't perform, I got to get you out of here, because if I don't get you out, they're going to get me out. So that moment right there is probably the moment that stands out the most. Even outside, that's probably the greatest moment for sure.
That's the story I wanted to hear.
Yeah,
I didn't want to hear one of them cliche stories winning the Super Bowl. Like, of course the Super Bowl is the best one. I want to hear something that everybody. That's what I think these shows are about, man. Yeah. We want to tell stories that everybody either can or can't relate to, that they want to hear and hear 1,000%. From the perspective. You always just see the ticker. Yeah. You always see the ticker in the transaction report. Yeah. But they never get the story behind the transaction report. And one day I'm gonna tell some stories about my transactions.
Yeah, absolutely.
How this thing goes. So, I mean, I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, my guy. And you said something along the line. That's what Stu and I do. Like when it's about the stories. It's about the memories, the moments, the emotions. We try. I don't know how many episodes we say story time with J Stu and KB, story time with KB and J Stu. But you get that on this, and that's what we try to do. So you hit the nail right on the head with what you said. But if you got anything else before, we wrap this one up.
We could be here all day. So
really
I ain't got nothing else. Really could. This is a good one.
Absolutely. It's a great one. It's a great one. We run it from good to great. Well, listen, that's all we got time with Verone McKinley III, a.k.a. Ron, a.k.a. future Hall of Famer for the University of Oregon. You see that plug I just gave you? Well, listen, baby, I appreciate you, bro. Much love.
Yes, sir.